Hello and good morning, my name is John Barley and welcome to this video where we take a look at every brand which is in Farming Simulator 22, where I'm on, and which made it over to Farming Simulator 25. I'm a little bit late for the party. Farming Simulator 25 is already out a couple of days, but I had a good reason for it. The reason for this being, well, I had an accident and it avoided me from playing the game. If you want to know more about this, wait for the next Erlenberg episode when I will talk about this in more detail. So let's just get on with it. Brands from A to Z. So starting with AB attachments. Both these trailers made it over to 25 and I think I have used them both as well. AB, this brand, didn't make it over to 25, but I also have never used it, to be fair. Acco, we only have the weights here. Acco, in the new game there is also the 1810 series attractor, but apart from that the weights are also in 25. Agribetco, so all the conveyor systems, nothing of these made it actually over to 25. Then in 25 there's a new brand here, which is AgriFac, which has a beet harvester and a sprayer. But then we have Agrio. Here we had the Mammut XL, the Gigant 3500 and the Dino 2. Only the Dino 2 made it over to 25. I have used them all of these ever so slightly in my St. Calle series where I tried them out. So next is Agrisem. Agrisem, the Disco Vine V made it over to 25, as well as the Combiplow Gold. Don't know if it was the 3M. Both of these made it over, but this one didn't make it over. The 8 meter Cultiplow Platinum 8M. Haven't used it in 25 very much. I have used it in FS19 quite a lot. And yeah, too bad that this one didn't made it over. Next up, Agromesh. Agromesh. So the POV 5XL made it over, but the other ones didn't. But we got two other pieces of equipment from Agromesh in FS25. Apart from that, I haven't really used any of these quite intensively, to be fair. Albut also back in FS25, and I think all the items made it over. Didn't see anything specific which didn't made it over. So next up is Apelco. None of these made it over, but Apelco got 3 different types of subsoilers in FS25. Here we have a disc harrow and a cultivator, but in FS25 there are 3 pieces of equipment from Apelco standard in the game. Amazon, the Senio 4000 made it over. That's just the C10 made it over to 25. The Prexia made it. Yes, the ZATS 300 made it over. The ZGTS 1100 made it over. This weight didn't made it, and this power harrow and this cedar didn't made it neither. But we got a new tow behind sprayer unit from Amazon in FS25. Amity Tesh. So Amity Tesh, we only had this one in the beat card. The beat card, interestingly, didn't made it over to 25, but Amity has now beat harvesting technology and an auger wagon in FS25. So nothing. So the beat card didn't made it over. Anderson. Let's just see what Anderson did it. So Anderson got a little bit thinned out. I mean, we have here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. Now it's down to 5. So the bio baler and the bumper made it. This wood harvester isn't in the new game. This straw blower didn't made it to 25. This trailer made it over, and the hybrid extractor made it over, but this one didn't. But to be fair, these are both more or less the same. Oh no, this one only made round, is for round baits. This is for round and square baits. So the one which can do a little bit more made it over to 25. Anna Burger, here we only have the field liner, and in the new game Anna Burger, the field liner got kicked out, but Anna Burger has the new, well, let's call it the new version of the IT runner. So there you have the one unit of, well, of chassis, of a trailer chassis, and then you have the different bags which we can put onto the chassis. So Anna Burger just got a little bit more. Antonio Carrara, this is an interesting one because this was a paid DLC, and Antonio Carrara had in this DLC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units, and only 3 tractors made it over, which is the Mach 4R and the Tony 10900 TTR. All the other tractors didn't made it over to FS25, which is a pity, but what they moved over is the Tiger car. I never used it. Why did they use that and not any other of these tractors? To be fair, all these tractors have 98 horsepower and are quite good to use for wine work, but to be fair, actually I haven't used any of these very intensively, but so it kind of made sense that these got a little bit thinned out, let me put it like this. So APV, the grass roller, this brand was kicked out totally. 2 new brands are added here. One is Ape, which has a small car, and Aprilia, which has a dirt bike, which is new to FS25. So, but Akusin, the multi-pack 14D made it over, and the FSX, but the 4-stack got kicked out. Only these 2 made it over to FS25. Let's continue. Bednar. Bednar has 4 pieces of equipment. I mean, here we have the premium expansion ones. These didn't made it over. These didn't come to FS25. This one, the Cator, the cultivator, made it over. And that's it. Only this single unit made it over to FS25. Everything else got kicked out. But there are 3 other new items from Bednar in the new game. A disc harrow, a mulcher, and a seeder. Bergman basically stayed as it was. I think so. So the HWT65 made it over. The Shuttle 949S made it over. The GTW330 made it over. The RR500 made it over. And the FS22 also. So the same, very same equipment which we had on 29 FS22 made it over to FS25. Berthoud got kicked out completely. So it was these two sprayers, the self-propelled and the tow behind. Böckmann got kicked out completely. Various trailers. Bomtech made it into the new game with the same items: Terra Pack, sorry, Multi-Profi and Multi-4XL, which are your attachments for your slurry tanks, all made it over to FS25. Then there's a new brand in FS25, Brand, which is a roller and a low loader, but Brandner, so the little manure spreader got ported over, the DD2400 got ported over, and this one XXL Power got ported over. But this one was kicked out, but instead of this they had a new 3-axle trailer, well, in the same style like this one, added to the game. Radar, quite interesting. The salt sprayer made it over, and the K1050 made it over, but not the K1650. So the double axle in lime and solid fertilizer spreader didn't made it over to FS25. Bremer got kicked out completely, this low loader. Bielmeier made it over with the same unit. Have never used it, to be fair. Brewery got kicked out completely, so the manure spreader and the slurry tank. Bührer, the old tractor, got kicked out completely. Capello, only the Diamond 8, this corn header made it over. All the other units haven't made it to FS25 base game. And now here's the interesting part. Case IH. So they thinned out the tractor, or the big machinery brands, big tractor brands, quite significantly with FS25. I mean, the Case Maxim is out. The Magnum is still there. Yeah, but we have the Case Puma added, I think. Or does it show up later down the line? No, it doesn't. So the Maxim, the small one, got kicked out. The Magnum is still there. Okay, these Quadrex got kicked out because they included the newer models. So we only have the tracked one, so this style newer tractor. Yes, the cotton harvester is still in there. Case harvesters, we have the Axial Flow 7150 still in the game, and then we have the AF11. So this Axial Flow got kicked out but replaced with a new one. Headers, basically. No, this one, the one with the built-in wheels, got kicked out. Corn harvester headers are in the game, so the sugarcane harvester is still in the game, but the speed tiller, both of them, got kicked out. The big one and the small one, not in the game. The baler, they have a round baler now from Case, but not a square baler. These three items got kicked out, as well as the small tractor. So Challenger, still in the game, but not with the MT700 series, but with the MT600 series, an older style wheeled tractor. Class, the next one, which is quite interesting. So Class Arian 660 610 out. Class Axion 870, 800, out. Class Axion 900, out. TerraTrack, out. They only have the smaller Ariane series, the 740, 400, in the base game. Class Xerion, out, but replaced with the Xerion 12 with the track one. Class Jaguar, TerraTrack, yes, okay, the newer model is still in the game, of course. The implements are in the game, yes. Class Wheel Loader, out. Class Telehandler, out. Bigger wheel loader from Class, out. Completely kicked out of the game. And then we have the Harvester. The Trion is out. We have the Avion 640 now. Lexion 8900 is still in the game. And there is another Lexion 6900, so a smaller Lexion in the game. But they thinned out. And also here, front loader equipment, windrower, trailers, balers, all this stuff was removed. No, the baler is still there. This one, the quadrant, is still in the game. Sorry for that, but this baler is out, this trailer is out, windrower. So they really removed a lot of equipment from Class, really thinned out the product range of Class equipment in the game. Next, Conveyor. Basically identical, same machines in the game. Coventa, okay, this is the pellets, this is not so interesting. So moving on, Dalbo. Dalbo, only 2 items in the new game. One is the Maxi Roll Green Line, and the other one is a disc harrow, a new type of disc harrow. But these rollers, mulchers, got kicked out of the Dalbo brand in the game. Demcon, I think, is identical. It's only the tree planter. Yes, correct. Degelman got kicked out completely. Demco has a new auger wagon in the base game, but apart from that there's only a new header trailer, and this steel drop deck trailer made it over. No, this grain cart, the track grain cart, didn't made it over, but as I said, there's a new one, and the side dump didn't made it over neither, but to be fair, I also have never used it. It's a lorry trailer with only 16,800 liters. Quite small. I mean, it can take a lot of weight, but never really used it. Deutz-Fahr, interestingly, has more equipment. So this harvester got kicked out, as well as the header and the trailer. But the Series 7 TTV is in the game, the Series 8 is in the game, and they added 2 new tractor, an older style, the Agrostar, and a newer style, the C6 RV Shift. So 2 more Deutz-Fahr tractors in the new game. DeWolf, quite interesting. I mean, it was the premium expansion, and we had 4, 5, 6 pieces of equipment from DeWolf. Only 5 remained, so the self-propelled harvester made it over. This GBQ harvester, and these 2, the MCL P3CL Profi and the P3K Profi made it over. So these 2 tow behind harvesters didn't made it over to FS25. Düvelsdorf got kicked out completely. None of this equipment made it over, or anything else from Düvelsdorf made it over to FS25. Einberg. These, what is it? This is a weeder, and a hole. The Magnetic Star Pro made it over, and that's it. They have 2 new other items, another weeder and another cultivator from Ironbug, but these small weeders got kicked out. Elo, basically identical. The mower and the stone picker made it over. Elmer's Manufacturing, the Hallmaster made it over, and they added 2 new items from Elmer, a weeder and a straw blower to the game. Aero, this is was a paid DLC for this game, and this item made it over to FS25. Moving on to Pharazine. Pharazine got thinned out. Only the self-propelled feed mixer and the tow behind feed mixer made it over. Both telehandlers have been removed and didn't made it over to FS25. Farmax, only the Rapid 450 trade made it over. Both other spaders got kicked out, but to be fair, I have never ever used a spader in the game. They could, if it was me, they could have removed them all. Farmet got thinned out quite significantly. Only the softer 11 PS made it over. This one, I mean, this basically has been removed with the Bradal cultivator, but the other items, especially the premium expansion, I mean, this was premium expansion, but the other 2 items from the premium expansion didn't made it over to FS25. Farmtech. Farmtech has a new small trailer in the base game. This small manure spreader made it over. This slurry tank made it over. This trailer didn't made it over. This bigger slurry tank didn't made it. This flatbed made it over, and this trailer made it over. So they basically removed this slurry tank, and they removed this big trailer and replaced it with the small, what is it, 8,000 liter trailer. So basically the starting trailer for the new game. Now, Fendt, quite interesting as well. 200 Vario made it over, 300 Vario made it over, 500 Vario made it over, 700 Vario, no, the 500 Vario made it over, but the 500 Vario is new, but the 500 Favorite, the older style, is out. 700 Vario is in the game, 900 Vario is in the game, 900 Vario MT is out, 1000 Vario still in the game, 1100 Vario MT still in the game, the Katana still in the game, Fendt Ideal Harvesters out, both times, the smaller and the bigger one, as well as the header trailers out. The Rotana Combi out. Fendt Squadron 900 UND still in the game, couple of weights, and we have a new harvester from Fendt, the a smaller harvester and a telehandler from Fendt, which has been added, but Fendt harvesters out and this baler out, and they added a new Fendt trailer, the Tego. I think the Tego was in FS19, have been removed for 25, and now it's back. Fiat, the brand, got kicked out completely. Flegel, the bucket still there, the ASW is still there, the TMK out, the Max line still in the game, the Animal Transporter still in the game, the Low Loader still in the game, in the new game, Wood Trailer, Timber Runner out, the Butterfly still in the game, Silage Roller is out, and apart from that they only added a new smaller type auger wagon, the Büffel, with 10,000 liters of capacity in the new game for Fliegel. Fuhrmann, which were our grape trailers. This one, the MRWK 6000 and the LSW 12,000 made it over, but this one didn't, which is quite interesting because this one is basically a bigger version of this one. So you have trailer, you see it has a trailer hitch, the smaller one. This one has a trailer hitch as well, so you can daisy chain them together. But this one doesn't have this because it has an auger inside, which is used to unload the grapes, and it's not tipping like these two did. I mean, it makes sense to get this one out, but I would have preferred if they left it in and maybe removed the smaller ones. But yeah, that's what was done with the Fuhrmann equipment. So let's move on to G. There's a new brand in the new game, Geringhof, which is basically the replacement for Capello because they have various corn headers in their brand. Gessner, the sugarcane planters, are both back in the new game. Geweil, also quite interesting because it's a paid DLC. The Grabs both made it over. This one, the wrapper, which is attached to a telehandler, made it over. This wrapper made it over, but this one didn't. And I thought this was quite interesting because you can put it down, lower it. Pity that this didn't made it over. The small round baler made it over. This one didn't. And the bigger ones, the VarioMaster V100, this one made it over. This one didn't, so the one which made bigger bales made it over. Gorenk, the two weeders, only this one made it over, this one got kicked out. Grimmel, our potato equipment. The Ventor is still in the game. The GL420 is still in the game. The GL860 is still in the game. The GF400, where is it? This isn't in the game. This has been removed. The Evo 920 still in the game. The Rexor has been removed. It's not in the game anymore. It's a pity. So, and this one, the trail behind sugarcane harvester, has been removed as well. Yeah, this is. So the belt systems are still in the game. And these are the ones from premium expansion. So the GF860 made it over, and this one as well. And there is another potato planter has been added to the game as well. But this big one, this big beet harvester, has been removed. Moving on to Hardy. Hardy, the small sprayer for the vineyards, made it over. The tank and sprayer, which is on for the back on your tractor as well as tank, made it over. And this one, the Arion 5200 Delta Force, made it over. But these two sprayers have been removed, as well as the big self-propelled Rubicon has been removed and it's not in the new game anymore. Hauer, which are our front loaders, both made it over to the new game. Harvey, So the potato auger wagon made it over, the small manure spreader made it over, and this forage auger wagon made it over, but the standard auger wagon, the ULW 4000, didn't make it into the new game. To be fair, I never used any of these. Maybe I should give the potato auger wagon a try, but it's still in the new game, so I did not need to do it necessarily. But this one I have never used it, strangely enough. Made it over. So, okay, moving on. Heizomat. Heizomat is still in the game, but this wood chipper is out, and there's a very small trail behind. Wood chipper has been added to the game. Helm, I think, is only pallets. Yes. Holeras. This leveler and this silage compactor made it over. This leveler as well as this silage fork have been removed. Horsch has only 7 items in the new game. Was quite much more with the aggravation pack, which was in the game. So the Tiger, where is it? The Tiger 8MT made it over. There's a new disc harrow, the Credo 3. Where is it here in? No, it's not in here. The Cultro 12TC made it over. A new cedar from Horsch has been added. Where is it? The Maestro 9.75 RX has made it over, as well as the Maestro 2400. And that front tank, where is it? This one here made it over. But all the other equipment, Taro, the Pronto, the Joker, which could be attached to the slurry tanks, nothing of these made it over. So Horsch, the brand of Horsch, has been really thinned out quite significantly. What has been added again is Halma. There is the big beet harvester, so basically which replaced the Grimme ones. Husqvarna, I think, is only the chainsaw. Yes, only the chainsaw. Come on. Impex, the Hannibal, it's still in the game. Have never used it. I really need to use it on my last Silver Run episode. I really want to use it still in this game. Izeki, we had that small tractor, the TJV 985. This is still in the game, but with a higher horsepower, with 125 horsepower except for 95 horsepower, and Izeki got the new rice equipment added. Now, moving on to something what I personally regret very, very intensely. JCB is out. No fast track 4220, no fast track 8330, no Agri Pro telehandler, only the big 435 wheel loader has been added, but all of this stuff from JCB has been kicked out, and I really regret it. But I mean, I personally think JCB is underrepresented in the game anyway, but nevertheless. So the Gens, the big Cobra hybrid, still in the game. Now moving on to John Deere. Also, the small 6M series is out. The drop nose John Deere not in the game anymore. The older 8710 not standard in the game anymore. I mean, I think Giants added it as a mod just a day or so ago. 4750 out. Another smaller, older tractor, the 3650, has been added. R6 series still in the game, R7 series still in the game, R8 series still in the game, 8RT still in the game, 8RX still in the game, R9 still in the game, 9RT out, 9RX still in the game, 9000 series still in the game with all the equipment, cotton harvester still in the game, T560 out, 9X still in the game, and the S7 harvester has been added with the various header. The small Gator is out, not in the game anymore. Front loader, yes, they do have it. The John Deere Seeder out. Weights, they added weights, tree harvester, so the feller buncher and the forwarder from premium expansion still in the game. And they also added for the new game a John Deere baler. This is something what really wonders me, because what we've seen so far is that especially the small tractors of the well-established brands have been removed. Very small tractors will not be the big brands in the new game, or are not the big brands in the new game. Josand, the chainsaw, still in the game. Joskin, I mean, it was only the water trailer, but kicked out completely. Jungheinrich, still in the game, but only with this forklift. This one, which was added later on in FS22, has been removed from the new game. So then we have Kerscher, which is the jet wash. Caveco, no, Kinsey. Caveco, the radio, have never used it in the game, but it's still there. And they added a new slurry tank. But the saddle track equipment got kicked out. Class saddle track not in the new game anymore. Camper, which are our forage headers, are still identical in the game. Kelsa, the wood transporter, is still in the game. Kingston trailers, I think it's still in the game. Yes, this. The horse trailer, the US style, is still in the game. Kinsey. Machtil 261 out. This one still in the game. I've never used it. The 3665 blue drive out, and only the 4905 blue drive is out. So the smaller seeder is out, as well as the smaller disc harrow. Only the bigger equipment has been kept from Kinsey. Knoche, this one, the mulcher, still in the game, and they added another mulcher, another cultivator, and a disc harrow from Knoche to the game. Köckerling, everything what you see here has been removed. They added a new seeder, an 8-meter seeder from Köckerling, but all these cultivators from Köckerling have been removed. Color Force Technik, still identical in the game. Komatsu, this is quite an interesting one. Only this, the 951, is still in the game from the Platinum expansion. This one, the tracked one, is out. This one is out, and this one is also out. It's not in the new game. Kongskleid, out completely. Korschenreuter, so the wood tractor, forest tractor, is out completely. Grand Cutter, the FRCJ, still in the game. This one is kicked out. The TSR 30,000 still in the game, and this one is also still in the game. So basically they only removed the small field side tank from Kotte. Krampe, the dolly still in the game, the half-pipe 20 still in the game, big body is still in the game, and the SKS 30 is also still in the game, and they added another 38,000 liter tandem tractor trailer, so one item more from Krampe in the new game. Agroliner, Kröger Agroliner, the trailer, the grain trailer is out, that bale trailer still in the game. Okay, now we're at the end of part 1. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't drive when you're drunk, and until part 2, bye bye.